Hi there. Welcome to Tech Talk Weekly. I'm Bob from Creation Station. This is our weekly show where we give you 2 to 3 interesting stories in the news, give you something fun about the library, and send you on your way in about 15 to 20 minutes or so. Although, we're going to go long most days. Creation Station at broward.org comes right to me. And yes, this is all new news because we don't do repeats on this show. We have new news stories every week, including a new guest. Welcome, Michael. How are you doing today?
Good. Great to be here.
Michael's out there at the Galt Ocean branch. If you haven't been out there, it's a nice little fun reading center in just off the center, I guess, of downtown, is how I would phrase that.
Yeah, yeah. All the way. I tell people to take Oakland Park Boulevard east until you hit the ocean. We're right
Yeah.
there.
So if you're not down here in South Florida, it's right out near the beach, right in the big canyon where all of the condominiums are. It's a very fun, small little place. I've done a lot of programs out there over the years. It's a
Oh,
cute
yeah.
little building.
It's a great community. Yeah.
Yeah. We have some fun things stories to talk about today. I'm going to bring up our browser so we can get in on this. These are all confusing stories this week, I think, is if we have a theme for it. Number one is the James Webb Telescope, which I hope everyone here knows about. We've talked a lot of space stuff over this last year, and this finally launched, thank goodness, last week. And they are up there, they're getting out, they're doing their stuff, sort of, kind of, maybe. Um, there's a great website if you haven't seen it on Where is Webb? And of course, all these links will be in our show notes for you. How close have you been following this one, Michael?
Not, I've known about it, let's see, what time is it? 4:03, about 23 minutes now. It's great though. I love the Hubble was just the pictures that came back were fantastic.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
so this is going to be
This is going to be amazing.
really, yeah.
One of the really, this is one of those NASA designed things like they did with the Mars rovers. This was designed to last for anywhere between 5 to 10 years, but they've been so precise in launching and in the maneuvering. They've already saved enough fuel to extend it past the 10-year mark
Wow.
already.
Yeah.
Um, but one of the reasons it's in the news a lot is because of all of these single point failures, as they call them. And it's already past like 100 of those. And you'd think, okay, 100 possible failures and we're past it all. That's great. Except there's another 300 to go.
Right.
And the reason they're called single point failures, as you can see, here's the live tick down of as this thing's moving away from Earth. And it's already gone 3 miles just in my little talk right here. Um, is that this thing's going to be way out there past space. It's already gone farther than any spacecraft we have had that we could fix. So it's already gone. It's out there. If it breaks, and there's a few $1 billion down the drain.
Right.
So they have done everything they can to make this be careful.
Yeah.
But yeah, come and check this out. This sun shield thing that unraveled just over the last 24 hours has been amazing. And I didn't get a chance to grab the link, but out there you can find uh, amateur astronomer caught this on his telescopes as it was whizzing across the stars.
Yeah.
So it is going to be a really cool thing for us all. Hopefully, sooner or later on in a few months as it gets out there, and then we start really getting some pictures back. But it'll be fun. It's going to be really cool.
Yeah.
And there is the one follow-up story on the DART. Have you seen the DART uh, um, space?
No.
So DART is the small little spacecraft satellite that we're going to smash into an asteroid to try and get it.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
it's actually working. It's up there. We've got this. I will be charitable and say not very exciting photo back. Now, if you're an astronomer, I am certain this photo is rocking your world and it's amazing.
Yeah.
For me, I see what 2 or 3 small little dots of stars, kind of
Yeah.
overexposed. But hey, I am not the scientist.
It looks like there might be a little dirt on the screen there. It's like,
Yeah,
yeah, that's the
exactly.
dirt on the.
But it turns out that everybody seems to have liked it, and it seems to have done well. So that is a good sign for us all that it's going to make it out there, and that will be another thing for 2022 that we will be seeing over the course of time.
Nice.
And
Yeah,
speaking of things, yeah, tell me, Michael, what?
I'm a big space exploration fan. I think,
Yeah,
you know,
and
as
this is the way we have to do it. We have to do it by robots. We can't get out there.
yeah,
You know, this is not the Expanse. This is not Star Trek. We don't get, although the Expanse is a lot closer. We're a lot closer to that.
yeah,
There,
yeah,
there was an article I was so tempted to put in our rundown today about 5 science fiction things from the Expanse, which is a phenomenal series, by the way. It's on Amazon Prime if you haven't seen it yet. And 5 scientific breakthroughs that are in the Expanse that humans are almost ready for. And it was like, oh, but it's almost, they're not here
almost
yet. If they were here, I could put it in my show. But speaking of things that are here faster than we ever thought about they'd be here, um, this was a weird news story. And it's tech because it's all about apps and websites and everything. And it turns out earlier in December here, TikTok became the most popular, viewed, used website slash app slash everything, period, on the planet.
Yeah.
Do you have a TikTok?
I look over people's shoulders while they're doing it.
Yeah,
So
I don't even
it's
do
kind
that.
of
I watch some other people's TikToks. They
yeah,
usually come up in my Instagram feeds.
yeah,
Um, but that's about it. How, and I have no idea who this person is, Jungkook. I mean, he's in K-pop. I know he's a famous musician guy, but 92 billion views for this person.
right.
Most viewed person on the planet. And I want to point out TikTok passed even Google, all those people, all those times you go to Google and do a search, more people are using TikTok now than all those people who use Google to do a search.
Yeah,
It's just mind blowing.
yeah. It is very stimulating
Yeah.
to watch it because it's immediate and you get this little burst of content and then you get another little burst of content that's
Yeah.
different. So it's
And they've got that magic algorithm that just
yeah,
feeds you and feeds you and
yeah.
feeds you. And
Like
yeah.
it's like Skittles for your brain. It's
Uh-huh.
just like, oh,
Exactly.
this is
Exactly.
oh, that's good. Oh, what's
And
this
there
one?
are some
Oh, that
people
one's
doing
good.
some serious stuff. I mean, there's some fun sciencey ones out there. I've got a couple of astronomer friends that that's how I know about TikTok is because they do TikToks and then post it up onto their Instagram or onto their Twitter so that I see it from there because I don't have TikTok on my phone and I don't have a TikTok account. Um, but yeah, this one kind of hit me a little bit because I'm like, huh, instead of it just being like they've said for a long time, video is the next thing. And it's here. It's not the next
Okay.
thing anymore. It's the current
Yeah.
definite 100%. And as I always talk about, it's a question of scale. You know, the United States is the third largest country in the world by population, but we only have 10% of the population of China.
Yes. I
So
had I had
if you
read
can be
something the other
big in
day.
a country like that, yeah, tell me
Yeah,
what?
I was read something the other day that they said that in China, kids are only allowed to use a kind of filtered down version of TikTok,
Hmm.
and that there are not device level limits on how much you can watch or what hours of the day.
Yeah,
The service itself like
is
goes
available
off
to
at
you.
10
Yep.
o'clock at night, like
Yeah,
broadcast
yeah,
TV did when we were kids, so it goes to a test
exactly.
pattern and you're done for it's time to go to bed.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
That's a really great analogy. That's exactly
yeah,
what it is. And in this case, it's the Chinese government deciding, okay, we want, for age restrictions, we're going to keep everybody focused. And okay, you can do this for so long, but you can't do it for till 2 a.m. in the morning or whatever.
yeah,
Um, yeah, it kind of takes away your concentration. I agree. And that's an
yeah.
awesome segue, sir, for our final story
Ah,
today.
where we stick out our tongues.
Do you stick your tongue out? I don't think I
I don't.
do.
In the story,
Ah,
they said we tend to do it as kids, and then we learn
it-
socially to repress it.
yeah, that's the thing. That's I was like, oh, it's a
I
social thing
stroke
that I
my
don't do
chin
it.
now, and I stroke my chin a lot, and I'll
Yeah.
notice I'm doing it, and because I'll do it because I'm thinking about something.
Yeah. Oh, it's
Yeah.
definite. I mean, I always talk about how I think better when I'm talking because I will talk with her. I'll have a problem and I'll just call up a friend and I'll be like, okay, we just need to talk, and they'll be
Right.
like, okay, what? Or I'll be there in the kitchen talking with my wife and I'll be like, okay, well, I'm doing this, and it just solves my concentration problem. And
Yeah.
it turns out that what I'm doing with talking is probably very close to what kids do with sticking out their tongue
It's part of that
because
motor
part of your
overflow.
brain does the same thing.
Yeah.
And that's this right here where the part of your brain that is devoted to language is also devoted to dexterity use. How you use your hands, maybe this is why if you tie my hands together, I won't be able to talk.
In the same way. You can't see me on
And
the screen, but it's like I have a
yeah.
pen
Oh,
and I've been futzing
uh-huh.
with the pen
Yep.
all the time we're
Yep.
doing this.
Yep. Oh, I've got the name badge down here that I flip all the time. Um, and so all of these different things of flow and do, and I was just like, huh, wait a minute. Wait, do I do that? Wait, am I, wait, is this what's happening with me? And it turns out that we all tend to open our eyes wider or our mouths wider when we're concentrating on something, even if you don't stick your tongue out. And this is something that they have discovered in apes, and it's definitely something we do as humans. We've all seen the little kids, sticking their tongue out and
Yep.
as
Whatever.
they're practicing and doing. What else do you think? Do you think you're stroking your chin is your
That's one
mechanism?
of them. But it's interesting because I'll have sometimes if I'm in the car and I'm thinking about something, it's just me, and so I'll have a whole conversation with myself. So I'm doing
Hmm.
kind of the same thing you are with when you call someone and say, "Hey, I just want to talk through this and see what kind of ideas you
Yep.
have." Sometimes I'll just do that for myself. I'll think, "Okay, how am I going to do all these things tomorrow? Will I be able to get, can I get to this appointment first? If I drop this off, will I get back there in time? How long did that take last time?" And
Hmm.
and
Uh,
just
yeah,
going through the
the
vocalizing that
movie A
stuff.
Few Good Men, the Tom Cruise character, when he's, "Oh, I need my bat. Where's my bat?" And,
Right.
and he
Yeah.
walks around and, oh, I can think better when I have my bat.
What I do. Yeah.
Um, it's definitely that kind of thing. It's just a crazy, crazy idea
Yeah.
of how ingrained some of our mannerisms are when we don't, not only do we not think about it, but then where do you use it? How do you use it? And stuff like that. So,
Yeah. Yeah. And thanks to all the brain imaging stuff, now we can test all those things. Before you could just do so much behavioral kind of
yeah, exactly. And you could do those
behavioral
functional
science and
MRIs to
and
see what part of the brain's
yeah.
firing at that
Yep.
particular time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really cool. And the study that this comes from is really, really interesting.
Good.
I do have one cool library thing to share, but first I want you to tell us about Galt Ocean. What do you guys have going on out there at Galt Ocean, Michael?
We have coming up in January, a guest speaker is going to talk about war and peace.
Oh, nice. Is that going to be an in-person or online
That'll
event?
be an in-person. He's doing
Great.
he'll do a little presentation and a walkthrough and then a Q&A kind of discussion thing. We used to do more of those and hopefully we'll be able to get back into larger
Yeah.
groups. Those are really popular. We have a lot of retired professionals, a lot of retired educators who really just love that stuff.
Yeah,
So,
and I got a hunch I'm coming back out there to do the augmented reality class with you guys
oh, that'd be fun.
sometime.
Yeah,
I,
that'd be
I
great.
I'm pretty sure that message. Oh, maybe that message hasn't gone out yet. Ha!
Yeah,
To book the time to start booking for me to come out and do these things. So you'll get a chance to
good.
come. We'll get a chance to be out there and see it.
That would be great.
I do want to share the website really briefly again for everybody because one of the cool library things that we are doing is on rapid test kits here for coronavirus stuff. And if you're out there looking for a test kit, libraries certain libraries, not all, are distributing them for free, 2 per household if you live in Broward County. So come to the library website. It's right there on our banner. And here's a quick list of the libraries that are distributing. You'll notice that they're all closed down today. They've all given out their kits. But they are all over the library system. African American Research Library, Hollywood, Miramar, North Regional, Northwest Branch, Northwest Regional, Southwest Regional, Sunrise Dan Pearl, and the West Regional Library. So definitely come out, give a call first before you show up if you're going to be there later on in the day. I know that all of these sites are out for the day. Takes usually in the first 2 to 3 hours, it seemed today, they all ended up with their tests being gone. But if you're out there in the world trying to find a test, check out your library. We may very well have some. Check us out tomorrow morning. We are all closed on Saturday for the New Year's Day holiday. So we will be open on Friday and we'll be open on Monday again. So I hope everybody has a safe holiday weekend. You doing anything special for New Year's, Michael?
Nothing too much. I have
Good,
some friends coming over, so nothing, but
good.
nothing big.
Small, safe. That's exactly
Yeah,
it. It's
exactly.
me, my wife, my sister-in-law, brother-in-law. That's it. Just the four
Oh,
of us.
good.
No one else.
Good, good.
That's it. We're
Yeah,
keeping it safe. We're gonna make
yeah,
sure we get into the new year without any issues.
yeah.
Well,
I have
thank you.
one more library service
Tell
thing.
me. Yeah.
Canopy in our online resources.
Yes.
Canopy has all kinds of movies, lots of independent movies and stuff, and I thought that was it. They also have the license now for the great courses, which we used to have on
Oh,
CD.
nice.
These things when we had them on DVDs, they were CDs, DVDs, they were like 8, 10 disc sets. They were eight
Yeah.
or $900 a piece to purchase. And they're all like high level academic courses,
Oh, yeah.
but presented for a mass audience. So they're not technical. They're, it's
Oh,
just a really
they're an
good,
amazing set. Yeah. I mean,
yeah,
those were
yeah,
things that used to get checked out a tremendous amount of time around here.
yeah.
That's
And when I
really
got
good to
them,
see that. I didn't
when
know the
I
Canopy added those. That's great.
Yeah, when I got them back, every time someone would return one at the main library, they would tell me this was just amazing. This was just
Yeah.
the greatest
Yeah.
thing.
And
Yeah.
it's part of all those. If you go to our library website and you've got all of your e-resources there, and Canopy is just one of the things that the
Yes.
library all provides for free at your library. Kick
Yeah.
off your new year right. Come on into the library from home and see us while while the building's closed and we're all home. You can still get in there and stream all this at home that you want.
Yes.
Thank you very much for being here for the last of the years, Michael. We
Yeah.
are going to kick off season 2 next week. It's crazy that we just keep on rolling right through here. So if you have any news stories that you want us to feature, always ask us, creationstation@broward.org. Or if you've got a favorite librarian or library you'd like to see, let us know. Everybody have a good, safe, and happy new year. We'll see you next week.